You overthinking again? Same. If you're an introvert or a shy human, come join us.
We're learning to grow and take up space. We're your hosts. I'm Kay.
And I'm Em. Welcome, everyone. This is episode 41 and the first episode in season 3. Yay! We are so excited for this new season. We are talking about the big identity. More specifically, we're talking about, who we are, who we want to be, who we were, and hopefully you guys resonate a little bit with that.
Yeah, I am excited, a little bit scared, I think, to dive into this huge topic of identity. And of course, it's going to be about our identities, but we would love for you all to join in on the conversation, obviously, as we narrow down what we were going to be talking about. This had us asking ourselves, are you who you want to be? That's a huge question. It's a loaded question. And we are going to ask ourselves this very same question at the end of this season. But for now, we are going to jump right into the episode. And because it's a new season, we just want to quickly reintroduce ourselves in the weird way that we know how to. Because, as you know, for us, intros are tough.
Yeah, they are pretty tough. So we obviously came up with this genius idea. No, we didn't come up with this genius idea, but we thought that the best way that you guys can get to know us a little bit is just giving you guys a little quick piece of info about ourselves, right?
Yeah, 2 pieces of info. Do with it whatever you all would like. So, you wanna share 2 pieces of info first?
Yes. So, first off, I've been obsessed with this little drink concoction that I've made for myself to, get a little rehydrated during the day, just keep myself in check. And I'll leave obviously the recipe in the description, but it's basically it has chia seeds, it has a little bit of lemon, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, hibiscus tea, coconut water obviously, Himalayan salts, and it's good. It hits all of the little boxes to be rehydrated and feel nice, if anything. It's good
Mhm.
for the gut too.
And it looks good for the gut. Nice. It looks really good for everybody who can't see it because has been coming into our meetings for the past couple of weeks with her red pinkish drink. And it always makes these ASMR sounds when she's like spinning it and like moving it around with the glass. Do it right now. Give us a little ASMR.
Hopefully,
She's
you
getting
guys
her
can hear that. Yeah, but
reaction.
it's delicious. I recommend it if you feel dehydrated during the day. You sip on that. It's pretty good. But on to the other thing that I've been a little obsessed with, or not obsessed with, more like it's part of me. I like to read, and for the past couple of months, I've been in a reading slump. Every book that I've picked up has not been it. I have not been able to finish them. The writing has been really awful. It's not it. And I picked up this book. It's called Thrum by Meg Smitherman. It's pretty good. It's a short story. It's a little sci-fi. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I've been obsessed with that. What about Kay? What are your 2 pieces of info?
And for me, I have been recently obsessed with Olivia Rodrigo's new song. For anybody who loves Olivia Rodrigo as much as I do, you are all probably anticipating her third album, June 12th. Can't wait. It's in my calendar. It's actually not, but I should add it so I don't forget, but I doubt I will. Anyways, Drop That song is incredibly addicting. It's my alarm. And because of this, I honestly feel like it's been helping me get up at 6 a.m. the past few days. I've been waking up to Olivia.
Nice. Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Thank
then,
you, Olivia.
right. And then another random fact is lately, probably for the last 2 weeks, opposite of not getting into books, I've been getting into Lifetime movies. It all started
Nice.
it all started because Netflix has been trending in their top 10 these Lifetime movies, like My Dad, the Abuser, and the Narcissist, or like My Husband is a Narcissist. They just always have these like ridiculous titles
Mhm.
that kind of give away what the movie's about. However, they're actually pretty good. I
Mhm.
used to be obsessed with Lifetime movies when I was a kid, and here I am again. So full circle moment.
Nice. Wait, is there any that you would recommend? Because I like me a good drama story, a good romance story too.
That is a good so a lot of them, somebody gets killed, okay? So, like, they're not
Oh,
that type of romance.
that's funny that you mentioned that because, on the same vein of, like, very cliche movies, on TikTok, I've been getting a lot of these ads for these AI generated stories.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know if they've
Like the novela?
have they reached. Yeah, like, they're like little, like, book novella stories, and I'm like, "What the hell?" They catch my attention and they cut it right when they're gonna give the good part.
They totally do, and I've gone and looked for the other parts, and I found them. I was like, "Are these AI? Are these real actors? What am I
Yeah,
watching?" And yeah, it was very cliche,
exactly.
but they sure knew how to reel me in because
You
I
look for them.
finished.
I've looked for them too.
They're good for what they are. You know, it's a certain genre, and you
Yeah.
either get it or you don't, and I get it.
Yeah, that's
So do
true.
you, apparently.
Well, nice. Lifetime movies, they always hit. That is awesome. But bringing us back, just a little recap of what we did last season for our new awesome listeners, for you guys.
Yeah, so before we get started, we just want to do a quick little recap of what our last season looked like. And our overall theme was just to put ourselves out there even further professionally and in all kinds of ways. So we talked a lot about like our shyness, posting as shy creators, getting ourselves out of our comfort zone. Oh my god. I can't say the word zone. I cannot say it correctly.
You said it fine. It's fine. What else did we do? We invested in ourselves as a platform. We got some new equipment, and we do talk about that. And obviously, we had our first guest, which was such a great and wholesome episode for us because we learned a lot and we grew as well.
Yeah, and we also do challenges, and the challenge from last season was really an interesting one, so go listen to it.
Well, that's what happened last season. And as we mentioned in the beginning, we are going to talk about identity, right? And it's such a loaded potato of a topic that it might get a little ugly. It might get a little awkward, but we're going to go for it, right? Why
Yeah.
do you think we chose identity again?
Well, Em and I, because of last season, there were a lot of internal and external shifts that were made in our lives, and we're kind of at a state in our healing where we're reflecting on who we were, like, who are we right now as people in this season of our life, and really thinking about who we wanna be, like, what do we wanna work on embodying right now so that we can have the qualities that we want, let go of some that are not of service to us anymore, and strengthen some of the ones that we already have.
Exactly.
So overall, we just want to say that this podcast is very personal to us in the way that we are speaking on topics that we're currently experiencing. So you may notice some in real time processing because we're figuring all of this out as we go. And if you're also kind of figuring out who you want to be, like rebuilding your identity to some extent, then you may enjoy this ride we're about to put on the podcast for you all.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I feel like that happened in the first season when we were going through anxiety. We had a lot of in real time processing moments that were rough, but we got through it because we had support and we had each other, obviously.
Mhm. Although, to be honest, Em and I cannot re-listen to those episodes. They are very hard
Yeah.
for us to listen to. If you all listen, it may come off like we're dragging a lot and maybe repeating some of the information that we're going over, but that's actually how one processes at times. You're trying to fully
Mhm.
understand how to communicate this feeling, anxiety for us at that
Mhm.
moment with potential people who are going to listen, but also to ourselves because we had never really explored it like that in this type of
Mhm.
way.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and you will still hear more of that every now and then because, again, we're just doing the work and sharing what we learn. So, hopefully, somebody else can learn too.
Exactly. All right. With this being said, Kay, are you who you want to be right in this moment? What would you say?
I would say that I am working on who I want to be. So, it's a no, but it's not a pessimistic or negative no. It's
Mhm.
a transitioning to a yes, no answer. I just feel really
Okay.
good. I feel really good about where I am right now because I'm taking action to be where I wanna be, and I am grateful for where I am right now and who I am in this moment because it got me to this point. Well, that's how I feel about it right now. How about you?
Yeah, I like that. For me, I think similar in the same lines of I'm not very content with who I am right now, but I'm also very optimistic in the sense that I know that I'm going to or I'm starting to become someone that I'm happy with. There's a lot of unlearning old things that were in my identity that were not serving me at all. But it'll get better. It's going to get better.
It will get better because you're doing the work, and that is how transformation happens, right? It doesn't happen out of inaction. You're taking action. So you will definitely get there. So we want to ask the question to you all, and you can let us know, are you who you want to be in this moment? When you look at yourself, are you proud of the person you are or the person you're becoming? I think that's a big thing. We don't always have to think of who we are now, but who are we becoming? That is important, right? You're working
Mhm.
towards this change, something that will be better for you. But let us know, and we will ask you all the same question at the end of this season.
Alrighty, guys, so we're going to start wrapping it up. Thanks for listening, obviously. Next episode is going to be episode 42, and it's basically going to be about who we were or who we identified with before.
An
Yeah.
origin story. Yes. So super excited, but kind of scared to dive into that. So join us. We post on Sundays. And of course, don't forget, we're rooting for you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.